Hi guys, I hope you guys are all doing alright. As you can see with this hoodie, it's another Late Night Cyph, but I just wanted to get on here and do a dab because I have a bunch of tension in my neck. Of course, because of everything that's going on, everything with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the list of names that goes on and on are people of color who are and who have been fucking prosecuted over years and years due to the discrepancies in our history, the discrepancies in our government, our correction system. So I'm gonna take a quick dab because my brain is going at like 100 miles an hour. But first, before I take that hit, I invite you to take this breath with me. You can close your eyes if you want. And with this last breath, I just want you to take in all of the air that you can, fill them to their greatest capacity, and then breathe out. Cheers. First and foremost, I want to say that cannabis activism and social justice go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You either are all in or you're not. You can't be a cannabis activist and acknowledge the fact that we've been fighting for cannabis for years and ignore all of the other injustices. You feel me? I don't want to give y'all a whole history lesson right now, but I kind of just want to rant. You know, this is all that's going on in my head, and I'm sorry if I go on any tangents or if I'm just chatting. But I think if you are an active cannabis user, you need to be educated on the history of this plant and how it has affected everybody. You have to do it, because I have to remind you, ignorance is not the absence of information. It's the refusal to acquire it. 2020, the year 2020. Hello. Hi guys, it's me, Danny. If you're living in 2020 and you haven't heard about the amount of Black people and people of color who are funneled into the correction system just from stop and frisks, just from finding a joint in their pocket, just by even suspecting to look like they can be capable of such a thing, there are people dying out there because of these things. But what captivated me and what's inspiring this conversation right now, that's still happening. There are people still in jail today facing charges from years ago. Michael Thompson is the longest serving non-violent offender in Michigan state history. You're trying to tell me that in 2017, a murder charge was 13 years, but his 3 pounds of weed to an undercover informant is 40 to 60 years? Thanks to the Last Prisoner Project, we won't stand for this anymore. I'm gonna leave all the links down below. I'm gonna give you the number to the parole board. I'm gonna give you the number to the governor of Michigan so that he can be released. In 2020, he's finally up for clemency. We can free this man. He needs us to open up our minds and truly acknowledge that this is what the justice system looks like. This is Exhibit Infinity. There's Exhibit A, Exhibit B, all throughout history. This has been a reoccurring thing. I don't know how many more Black people have to suffer in this justice system. I really don't. And how many more are we gonna take? if you are watching this video right now, if you are sitting able to enjoy the luxury of cannabis and feel safe, you have a privilege. Michael Thompson didn't have a privilege. There are dispensaries that look like Apple stores. There's curbside pickup. If you're 18 years old and you have a phone and an ID in California, you can get bud. I can't say that for the people who are still in jail today off of those minor drug charges. I can't say that for them. They've never had the luxury to walk inside a dispensary, let alone order it from their phone and receive it at their front door. And I get it, it's different from state to state. But the minute that these states became cannabis savvy, people that are in jail for minor drug charges should have been off a while ago. And don't even get me started on the percentage of cannabis businesses that are run by white people. And the equity programs that we have to create in order to get people of color into the business. And even then, when they're in the business, these investors trying to take over the business. But we're gonna save that for another day. And just to bring it back to my earlier point, cannabis activism and social justice both coincide with each other. We can't expect to move forward, all of us, and leave this one behind. We're not gonna do that. I feel better having ranted a bit, talked a bit. On that note, the freemichaelthompson.com link will be down in my description, as well as the 2 numbers that you saw here today. I'm gonna link my George Floyd video with all of the links in that description. I'm gonna plug in 2 helpful mental health resources so that you guys can stay up on your mental health. I can't stress it enough how important it is for us to keep moving forward, keep advocating, keep having these conversations, keep fighting. Don't let it die down on social media. Don't let this be a blip. Let us hope that one day we can say that they were the last people to die, the last prisoner, because of the weapon and the sickness that is white supremacy. As always, thank you for your support. Thank you, freemichaelthompson.com, for all of the resources and fighting for this man who has needed people to fight for him for so long. All of you, stay safe out there, and I love you.